Thank you for being a patient audience. I'm sure this is a new experience for some of our guests. And so our final number tonight is going to be performed by Sister Malia. She's also from Honolulu. And so as you can see, movement is a very important part of life in Hawaii. So as you notice, all our performers tonight are from Hawaii. And movement is sacred, actually, in Hawaii with traditional Hawaiian dance. And I think all our performers tonight feel the same way, although we perform in a contemporary expression style. So in this last piece, Sister Malia wants to tell you that the lover and the beloved are one and the same. So thank you.
Bring all you want, bring all you need, and come with your voice, come with your heart, come and journey with me. Come and journey with me. Come let the sun fill up your mouth. Take the time to look around and come, just come and walk with each other. Come and journey with me. Come and journey and journey with me.
Thank you very much. It's the end of our program for tonight, and we will have some Chinese Buddhist monks tomorrow and singers from the Psalm and some possible videos. Thank you.
It's on.
Our first announcement will be from Patty.
I didn't.
Oh, I have your key.
I paid back and gave it to you.
No, I have your key.
I knew you guys.
Okay, I have a couple announcements regarding all of the tours. A lot of people have been asking. Firstly, the Lumbini tour. There's no charge for anyone, but we'll have a sign-up sheet outside of here. We're going to actually bring a table over this morning, and we're going to have a sign-up sheet there. At lunchtime and at tea time. So after we leave this session, you can go ahead and sign up. That's regarding the Lumbini tour. Regarding the Kathmandu tours, there is a charge for those who are interested, and we're not exactly sure on the exact price, but it looks like for the first 2 days of the tour, it's going to...
All the countries will come, Buddhist, from different countries will come and establish the temples here, to develop Lumbini. So he has this big ambition to do that and to develop Lumbini actually into an international Buddhist center, world Buddhist center. But the ceremony tonight is that we had that beautiful thing last night as well at the Asoka Pillar at the Lumbini Park, lighting of candles, chanting, and it is really such a beautiful sight, chanting and lighting candles, because he has made a vow that he was going to light 84,000 candles this year, and I'm not exactly sure why 84,000, but Losang can maybe explain to you. But the invitation is at 8 o'clock after dinner at the Asoka Pillar, and I can't tell you, it's such a beautiful thing to do.
Thank you. And finally, our moderator today is Leanna.
Davis will not be presenting. Dr. K will not be presenting. Suman Kamal will not be presenting. And Ria Kula Lua will not be presenting. So the presenters this morning will be Sister Malia Dominica, Dr. Hema, Trina, and Dr. Paula Green. These are the new rearranged presenters. So I would like to present our beloved Sister Malia Dominica, who is going to speak in the world, but not of the world, community life and service.
Thank you. Good morning. And for those who are Chinese, 新年快乐，恭喜发财，恭喜发财. May all the blessings come upon us, especially as this morning we heard the rumbling of the dragon on us. So it's a great time of year, a great time in this part of just existence, that we can carry forth with the energy and the power of the dragon as we usher in today, Chinese and many other communities, and tomorrow in Tibetan. Thank you. I am honored to be here to present and to share with you from my tradition. And Karma Lecture Somo is not here, but I will acknowledge her. She comes in at the end. Okay? Thank you. So I'd like to begin with a little chant. Gate, gate, para gate, para sangate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, para gate, para sangate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, para gate, para sangate, bodhisvaha. Once upon a time, there was a great spark in the universe. And from this great spark, the heavens were filled with such illuminating light. So brilliant, the naked eye could not even, stand to see it. And this great ball of light was created with such loving energy. And one day, just from the overabundance of magnanimous love in this great ball, it burst. There are millions and trillions of little sparks. And these little sparks landed upon the earth. And some fizzled out and were extinct. Others said, ooh, great opportunity. We can explore this earth. And yet others said, oh, how we long to get back to the great spark. And so they devoted themselves to the path of devotion and the path of selfless service to try to awaken the loving kindness of other sparks that had forgotten from where they came. In a parallel vein, Avalokiteshvara, one day standing on the great cliff saw the suffering of all of humanity below. And his or her heart was just broken to see humanity suffering so much that his or her heart also just burst, shattered to 1,000 and 10,000 of pieces all over the earth. And from that we have the many extensions of the arms of great compassion. All of us are sparks. All of us are called to be extensions of the Great One. We are called to be the extensions of Kuan Yin to each other in community and to those beyond. St. Francis of Assisi once said, all the world is my church. Today, we say, all the world is my sangha. As we come to share on how to enhance our lives. Lao Tzu said, move like a great river, be still as a mountain. To live in the world is not an easy task. There's a Chinese saying that only once in maybe 1,000 years does the great turtle arise from under the sea to lift its head into a jade ring floating. The vastness of the sea, to be able to find this one opportunity is such to take the embodiment that we have and the responsibility. To be in the world but not of the world is to be fully embodied and yet with the spirit of detachment. It is to be present with complete mindfulness and yet with modest selflessness. It is to know why I am here. What have I done? What will I do? The great dragon roared this morning, ushering us in. So how will we respond? How are we responding? We cannot deny. So to go beyond, Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisvaha, is to go beyond the far and beyond, to go totally beyond any barriers that keep us from acting out of the greatness of our heart, the greatness of that love from which we all came, which the sparks came, from which Avalokiteshvara broke and shattered into 1,000 arms. In the 37 practices of all Buddha's sons, it says, this sound human body endowed with full vision, an excellent vessel, rare to be found. Since now we've obtained one in no way deficient, let's work night and day without veering off course to take across the ocean and free from samsara, not only ourselves, but others as well. First listen, think hard, then do much meditation. The sons and the daughters of the Buddha practice this way. In the Catholic tradition, there are two major reasons why monastics come together to live in community. The first is the spiritual bond of communion that should arise from hearts united in Christ and animated by charity or loving kindness. And the second is the visible living in common in a lawfully constituted religious house with fidelity to the same rules and regulations. In my community, actually last year, we began to implement ways to create greater communities, ways to foster communication, ways to uplift our lives and uplift others. And knowing of the eightfold path, we adopted it. I began as looking at it as the 8 principles for review of life. Because when we come into community, we have to realize that we do not choose those that we are with, but we're all chosen to be together. So as an apostle and a teacher once told me, they are all my practices. So in the same light of practice and how to implement these, I'd like to start with right understanding, samadhi. Right understanding, to see things in their true nature without name and label, to see things as they are. In community is the place where we gather to be one heart, one mind, and one spirit. So we reflect, when I'm in relation with my sisters, do I foster a sense of belonging, openness, caring, and compassion and cooperation among my sisters? Do I promote a place of healing and growth? Do I allow each other her own space or chance to be? Do I have that right understanding when I'm dealing with each other? And try to understand. Maybe they had a hard day, and I expect them to come home and smile, and I'm just so excited, and they're just like, leave me alone, okay? But I need to have an understanding. Maybe the sun is not shining in their throat, or something may have happened. But to not just say, oh, look at that person, she's always grouchy. You need to try to look beyond. What may lie behind her actions? So right understanding, right thought, samsankappa, to develop thoughts of selfless renunciation and detachment, thoughts of love and nonviolence, extended to all beings. This is to see the good in others. Meister Eckhart, a mystic, once said, a holy person is one who praises the good in others. How many times do we go around thinking and seeing the good in each other? Rather, you might say, she has another pimple coming out here, or another wrinkle up here. Maybe another gray hair coming out here. We don't look at, see, can we say, oh, her eyes are brighter today? Or can we say, oh, she's, more coming into her own? Can we praise each other? Do we praise each other? Keeping in right thought of each other. And do we remember why we first came or wanted to enter into the monastery? Do we remember our first fervor and act out of that as remember that passion that stirred our first renunciation of everything, that we could follow the expansion of our heart? Right speech, samabhati. To abstain from telling lies, backbiting and slander, from using harsh, rude, impolite, malicious language, from idle talk and gossip. Community is a place to be nourished and to nourish each other. How do we nourish each other? How do we lift each other up? How do we practice holy silence sometimes when we don't understand, but then just hold that person in prayer? Right speech is not only using the mouth, but then also being able to hold it in prayer and in our heart. Do I ask forgiveness of those whom I may have hurt, knowingly or unknowingly? Do I forgive those who may have hurt me, knowingly or unknowingly? Do I see the face of Christ or Buddha nature in each of my sisters? All the evil karma ever created by me since of old, on account of my beginningless greed, hatred, and ignorance, born of my conduct, speech, and thought, I now confess openly and fully. Right action, Samakamanta, is to abstain from destroying life, stealing, dishonest feelings, to promote moral, honorable, and peaceful conduct, is to act appropriately. We are all mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters to each other. Community is our home. We should feel at home in our communities while we are in this world. Do we act as members of communities, really in this sharing relationship, or do we act as stewards, masters, or servants, not respecting our equality, as we say, our equality by our profession, equality by our love that we express. Right livelihood, Samajiva, is to abstain from making a living through professions that harm or hurt others. To bring out the best in ourselves and in each other. To share our best. How many of us are afraid to share our gifts and our talents? Maybe to dance a little, to smile more, to do something a little different, rather than just always. We did not come out of the same mold. We have different heights, different hip, right livelihood. Am I engaging in service which makes the most use of my giftedness? Does my life witness to peace building? Do I put love and prayerfulness into all my actions? And what is the purpose of my actions? Kuan Yin hears the sounds of the world. How am I formed by the sounds of suffering and joy in community and respond? Which of the tools of the 10,000 arms do I use? Will I use to nurture others and turn the wheel of Dharma? Right effort. Samavayana is to exercise the will to prevent evil and unwholesome states of mind from arising. It is to give authentically and generously, to really go beyond without counting the cost. Community is a common work. We all need to pull our share of the workload, household chores. Do we look for excuses sometimes rather than facing the challenges? Right mindfulness, samasati. To be diligently attentive or aware in regard to the activities of the body, sensations and feelings, activities of the mind. To be in holy presence and act out of Buddha nature. What would the Buddha do? We keep that in mind each time we take a step. How would the Buddha walk? How would Buddha, to serve another, how would the Buddha speak to another? Our whole being, how do we extend Buddha nature to others? We are not our own. Saint Teresa's little flower, another holy saint in my tradition, said that she could attain heaven through the implementation of her little way of love. Meaning, how mindful am I in community when I take out the garbage, wash the dishes, pick up the zahus and carry them over? Am I complaining? Or am I carrying them joyfully? Maybe putting them on my head? Okay? Am I doing everything I do with love? Right mindfulness. And also to take care not to waste water, to recycle, to reuse things that can be reused, that we do not abuse secretly. And lastly, right concentration, sama samadhi, to develop equanimity and pure awareness in the mind. Community is the tool which I have chosen to work with to my final end. Have I really left my family, friends, culture, so that not now I live, but Christ lives in me? Right concentration entails one-pointedness, to go beyond my culture, put aside my Chinese ways, put aside my family, put aside everything, that only Buddha nature or Christ light may shine through me, that I may be another face and extension of the beloved to each other. Do I exert right concentration beyond race, creed, social status, rich or poor? Maybe there's another sister that enters the convent and she comes from a rich family. Do I treat her as an equal? Or maybe another comes from a poor family. Do I also treat him as one in the same? So with the wish to free all beings, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until the attainment of full enlightenment. Infused by compassion and wisdom today in the Buddha's presence, I generate reminded enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. As long as space endures and as long as sentient beings remain, may we too abide to dispel the mysteries of the world. St. Francis, a holy man of the 13th century, didn't treat his body well when he was living on earth. He scourged it, many austerities, didn't eat, fainted, but yet, without our body, without taking responsibility for this great spark, then how can we emit Dharma to others and share it? So, to be in the world but not of the world is to keep the spirit of the Buddha and Christ alive today through the transformation of our consciousness and conscious actions, whereby the persona of our personal identification is given over to the Greater I'd like to give thanks at this time for Somo, who has been a great sister, friend, and teacher to me. And before I end, community, we think that we are all alike. So we all look many different colors. No, we are all unique. We are all individual. We are all different. And yet, I want you to take a few and see, is it not all the same? Thank you.
Dr. Hema Gunathalathi, who is going to
to be offering a teaching on transforming concepts of gender.
Thank you. I'm supposed to give an introduction about myself. I was born in Sri Lanka, by birth a Buddhist, and I studied in Sri Lanka and also later in England. I did my doctoral and postdoctoral work in the University of London, School of Oriental and African Studies. I became a professor in Pali, Sanskrit and Buddhist studies. Later I started working with the United Nations for several years as a gender expert, and sometimes I'm often in charge of the Asia desk in several UN organizations. So here I'm wearing today another hat as a gender person. I'm sorry I have only 30 minutes, so it's not the usual way I conduct a gender training workshop. I will do my best. Maybe I will go from time to time, I will try to do some interactive activities. So with that introduction, let me go to my main topic. Let me first start saying that Buddhism has a fundamental difference between other religions, different from other religions. It's fundamental. That is the emphasis given to the individual. No God created us. That is a fundamental difference. And no God can help us. We have to help ourselves. There is absolutely no prayer that you can pray to the Buddha and ask for help. Absolutely no prayer. Later, of course, according to the context of certain cultural context, situations changed. But I am really talking about the original Buddhism in which I have been trained, in the Theravada Buddhism. Incidentally, Thera means Thera, Thera means stability in Pali. Thera means stability in Pali. Stability. The word therapy, which we use, psychotherapy, physiotherapy, came from the word thera. Therapy. The word therapy came from the word therapy. So I'm often trying to use the original Buddhism, although I'm a Sanskrit scholar, I may refer to Nagarjuna or some other scholar in between. Now, the emphasis given by the Buddha to the individual is very, very important. Very, very important. That is where it is the unique feature of Buddhism. You are your own leader. The Buddha said in no uncertain terms, no one can lead you. The Buddha, even the Buddha can only guide you. You are your own leader. Attari attano nato. You are your own leader. So the emphasis is very much on the individual. Whatever you are responsible for yourself, for your own actions. So, and also the dignity of the individual. The Buddha spoke about this, what I would call the social construction of race, class, and gender. What I define as the social construction of race, class, and gender. About race, speaking about the equality of human beings, he said in the Aganya Sutta that take a look at the animals like reptiles,
animals with 4 legs. They are so different. Take an elephant, an ant, a snake. They are so different from each other. This is in the Afghan Sutta. You can call it human rights. You can call it the dignity of the individual, the dignity of the human being. He says the human beings are, we come from different races here, different countries from all over the world, different colors. I'm brown, somebody is yellow, somebody else is white. Different colors and different religions, different races, different ethnic groups, different languages. The Buddha says in his own words, he says, the human beings look so similar. Only the color of the hair or the thickness of the hair, very small details like that, they change. It's different. Otherwise, human beings all have a nose in the middle, 2 eyes, all that. We all have one nose, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 2 ears, don't we? Yes, we all have. So the Buddha says that in his own words. So human beings are all equal, the dignity of the human being. This is something very important for feminism. Everybody has a potential to realize. Everybody has to think of one's own self-development first. Before you try to develop the others, you have to think of your own development, self-development, to realize the potential to the fullest. At the same time, we have to think that, we have to realize that we have different skills and different talents. We are also those, that is what I call the anthropological explanation of the social construction of race, class, and gender. He gives also an economic explanation in the same sutta, Advaita Sutta. Some people are born poor, some people are born rich, some people are born clever, some people are not that clever. Because of the karmic force, the karma that you have accumulated. But he transformed this concept of, it's not the destiny that you get in the Indian tradition, pre-Buddhist times. He transformed, he absorbed that concept of karma, in Pali karma, Sanskrit word is karma. He transformed that concept to mean your own responsibility. Your own responsibility. And he also added that if you may inherit, the exact words he has used is not you must inherit. Not that you must reap the results of your karma. You may reap the results of your karma. You can change your own karma. If you are born poor or not well placed in society, underprivileged, not enough food to eat, he said it is not your fault. It's the fault of the rulers. A social dimension, a political dimension is here. It is the fault of the rulers. The rulers have to take care of the farmers, the traders. The farmers have to be given seeds at the right